What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our SEC football channel. LSU kicks things off in the SEC when they host Utah State at noon Eastern Time on the SEC Network. LSU favored by 28 points in this one. This is going to be a big test for their defense. A lot of people talking about how this LSU defense has struggled. I expect the offense to put up 40-plus points in this game. I don't think that's going to be a problem for them. But what can they do against this Utah State defense? That will be a bigger concern. I think this is a very good attack with Jordan Love at quarterback. So this will be a test for them, and you can't let a team like this hang around. I know LSU's looked great so far this season. I've done nothing but hype them up, but still, this is a very solid Utah State team, and they had better be careful because you can't let a team like that hang around. I think LSU's defense needs to come out and make a statement early on. The game of the week this week, not only in the SEC but in the country, is Auburn going on the road to face Florida. Both teams 5-0. Game day is going to be there. This game will be on CBS at 3:30 Eastern Time. The Tigers are 3-point favorites, despite the fact that just last week I saw a line that had Florida favored by 6.5. So that line has really changed a lot since then. Big part of that is probably because of what Auburn did to Mississippi State this past weekend. Florida has struggled this year. They've got some issues. Auburn has already been through some really tough battles, but they play on the road in the swamp, and that could be the equalizer in this game. I believe I think it was Kurt Herbstreit said that home field advantage is worth 3 to 5 points for Florida, and I believe it. I think it is going to make a huge impact in this game, and it's one that I could really see going either way. Missouri hosts Troy at 4 o'clock Eastern Time on the SEC Network. This is one of those games that you might say, well, hold on a second. Missouri already lost to Wyoming. Troy's a team that has pulled off upsets in the past, and yet Missouri's favored by 25 in this game. Well, this is not the same Troy team. They have some injuries. They're just simply not as good as they have been in the past. They have a new head coach. So I'm not too concerned about this game for Missouri. They need to definitely start fast and kind of put this one away in the first half, because if they let a team like Troy hang around, then you never know. It could wind up being a scare for them. But the way this offense is playing for Missouri, and even the defense, they played pretty well this season. And also, I think Missouri will take care of business and win this game fairly easily. Tennessee hosts Georgia at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN. In the preseason, we thought this might actually be a pretty good game this year, but now probably not. And you see there's not even a spread listed, but I looked it up, and Georgia's favored by about 24.5 points. So Vegas is not expecting this game to be close at all. Tennessee has major issues. They've got players leaving the team. They've got an offense that can't seem to do anything. Georgia is on a roll right now, playing really well. I think some people don't realize how well they have played this year offensively. The numbers don't jump out at you in some of their games, but if you actually go look at the stats, Georgia has a very good offense this year, and so I expect them to put up a lot of points. I don't expect Tennessee to be able to do much offensively, and I don't expect this game to be close really at all. Big game on the SEC Network, Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern Time. It's Vanderbilt at Ole Miss. Both teams already have 3 losses, but they play pretty tough schedules, really, both of these teams. Ole Miss is favored by 7 in this game, probably because they're at home. That's a game that I could see really going either way. I think it's going to be pretty high scoring. Both teams have shown flashes of having pretty good offenses this year. Ole Miss had a pretty big day offensively against Alabama last week. Their quarterback situation is very interesting. We'll see what they do there. That's probably the most intriguing storyline going into this matchup. But Ole Miss, again, favored against Vanderbilt. We'll see if they can take care of business. Both teams, it's going to be hard to find wins in the SEC, so this is really a big game for both of these teams.